since we are in Blackpool, we need to put on the Blackpool gear. That's right, ladies and gents, Blackpool Pleasure Beach mask. Stay COVID safe. Many of you guys who have been to Pleasure Beach recently would know that they have suspended the wristband for whatever reason, and they have replaced it with an QR scan that you need to download. You can even screenshot it. So before you embark, before you board or in any of the rides, you need to show and scan the QR, just like how you would use the wristband. I'm actually not sure if that's going to be practical. They do say if you don't, as an alternative, one can also print the QR or go to the guest service desk and have it printed over there. We're gonna let you know how whether that works well or not. Yeah, anyway, the world famous or UK famous Blackpool Pleasure Beach, it's definitely one of our favorite amusement parks here in England. It has some of the world class rides, some of the best rides in my opinion, some of the more heritage types of rides such as the Grand National, of course the big one which is very weather dependent. Zed has never been on the big one, so she's really hoping that she can get a chance to get on the big one today, but hey ho, who knows, let's see. So right about now we're heading to big one, which is usually I say is it ever open, because normally in windy situation they close it down. They're very strict about this kind of thing. Tallest in the UK, and once upon a time tallest in the world.
Tallest in the world, yeah.
There we go, first ride, big one, and already there's a queue for that too. Woo! Right inside the Pepsi can. Up to the lift. Woo! We're the big one right now. Woohoo! we just came out for the world famous big one. What did you think, since it was your first time? You couldn't go on the last time.
I have never been on the big one before in my life, so I was really looking forward to this. Last time we came here, big one was closed, so I didn't manage to go on. I love the ride. The ride is fantastic, so much fun. But, okay, big but is seeing is so uncomfortable. You get rattled around like nobody's business. My back is killing me.
Yeah, it's classic rides. Usually they're very rough. So it is the UK's tallest coaster. It used to be the world's tallest coaster when it first opened up to the public in 1994 maybe, I think. Later on it got beaten by another ride in somewhere in Japan, and is manufactured by Aerodynamics. It is still one of my favorite rides, I have to say. It used to be called Pepsi Big One or something like that, because it used to be sponsored, I think. It used to be sponsored by Pepsi Max. You can still see that massive can of I don't know if you can see it in GoPro, but we'll try to put some b-roll on it. Overall, I have to say that's still 9 out of 10. I've heard though, by the way, it goes all the way up to around 234 meters. Sorry, feet, 234 feet, 75 meters. And during rainy condition, the speed can go up to around 80 miles per hour, I think. Otherwise, it's just about 75 miles per hour. What do you want to say about the station? How many trains were
There's only 2 cars running today.
Yeah.
So they load up 1 card, send it on, bring the second card in with the car and load it up.
Yeah.
But for some reason, in one of the cars, they just have sandbags in the back.
It's probably manufactured recommendation, yeah?
No, yeah. But my point is, I don't know why they've got sandbags rather than why not fill it with people, because the queue is, I mean, you know what the queue gets like for the big one, and if you don't, then it's seriously long.
Yeah.
So there's no shortage of people to fill the car. So not really sure about that, but if we find out, we'll add it in later.
Again, there's no inversion, but it is very rough, very violent, and I love it. Just the lap bar basically, and it's got a seat belts, so you get lots of airtime on that. Next ride, Nickelodeon maybe, coaster. Suddenly it's becoming really nice and sunny. Best time to come to a theme park is when it's really sunny. Right now we're heading to ride number 2, which is Nickelodeon Streak, which is supposed to be a really good coaster. She hasn't done it before. There is a reason that is on list number 2. Next ride, baby, Nickelodeon Streak. Ride opening times. Here we go, Nickelodeon Streak. Woo, right at the back. Okay, Excited? Oh, wow. One of the oldest coasters. Oh god. Here you go.
So, we just came off Nickelodeon Streak. The first time I've been on this ride, again, last time we came, this ride was closed last year. So this time was my first time on it. I have to say, it might be old, like it was first opened in 1933, but this ride is so much more comfortable than the big one. The seating is what makes it comfortable. It has actual like sofa cushions basically that were taken originally from the Velvet Coaster, which was disbanded in 1932 when they made this into what was then known as roller coaster in 1933 when they opened it, but since then in 2010 they changed it to Nickelodeon Streak. But I believe it's still using the same seating from that original velvet coaster, and it feels lush. The seats are nice.
What about the airtime?
The airtime
Lots
is
of
amazing.
airtime.
There's loads of
How many?
airtime.
More than 3.
There's definitely more than 3.
intense.
The first time,
Yeah.
the first part of it, there's at least 3 bumps that you go over, so 3 sets of airtime, and then there's a further 2 or 3 following that, and it's really, really enjoyable. Definitely much more comfortable and overall enjoyable ride experience than the big one.
How would you rate
I would
it?
rate that 9 out of 10.
Yeah. In terms of being better than big one, I disagree with you. I still think big one is better. Some of the stats of it was actually one of the oldest.
Better in terms of comfort. I'm talking about overall, like.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest rides. I think it was first opened in 1933 by Charles Page. It used to have a different name. I think it was called Roller Coaster. Very generic name, and he had a re-theme as well, which you just rightly described. Apart from that, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention is that Nickelodeon Streak is actually the second tallest coaster in Blackpool, just after the big one.
Nickelodeon Streak is the second tallest wooden coaster in Blackpool Pleasure Beach, followed by, following the big one. So we're now queuing for Avatar Airbender, and this is a flat disc ride. It's manufactured by Zamperla, an Italian manufacturer, and it can seat about approximately 24 people at a time. And
it's operating, I think, since 2011. So, how was that ride?
Okay, Avatar Airbender. It's a nice ride. It doesn't really give you any thrills. It's not super intense, but it's a very enjoyable ride. It's very nice. Like, it's just flowy. It's nice. You can feel the breeze. It just feels really nice. But yeah, not super intense. So if you're looking for that intenseness, then not really for you. But I'll give that probably a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah, again, this ride was manufactured by Zamperla, which is a Italian manufacturer, well known, and this ride has been operating since 2011. It's not my favorite type of disc ride. I've been to more intense, but I'm gonna give that around 5.5 to 6 out of 10. What about yourself?
Yeah, I think 6 probably.
Yeah, let's go to the next ride. Here we go, Blue Flyer.
So we've just come off Blue Flyer, which I don't remember doing previously. We probably did, but I don't remember it. So this is a family coaster, and it was opened in 1934 by Charlie Page, and it's really nice. It's comfortable, very comfortable seating, same as the other one that we just did that I can't remember the name of.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon Streak.
Nickelodeon Streak, sorry, yeah. It's very comfortable, just like Nickelodeon Streak. Not massive amount of airtime or anything. It's a few bumps you go over.
It's a bit rough though, because it's really old.
I didn't find it rough at all.
A little bit rough, they say, for family kind of thing.
But yeah, I really recommend it. It's very nice.
What about
if you
the
haven't
seatings?
been on a coaster before, then I would definitely recommend you start with Blue Flyer, as it's quite gentle.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great family coaster, especially if you've never been to a coaster before. That could be a good way to start. And the seatings are also very comfortable, just like the Nickelodeon Streak. And they use a lap bar kind of style, no seat belts though. And the train itself, the carriage is also very small. I'm gonna give that around 6 out of 10. You?
6 out of 10.
Yeah. Next ride.
World's largest rocking horse. Parents can ride with children. This is a coin-operated ride, £1 coin. This ride is suitable for children between the ages of 3 to 10 years. Children must be supervised at all times by a parent or guardian.
So here it is. I'm going inside the world's largest rocking horse. Just takes £1 and it starts after 10 seconds. So let me put my bag first. My bag in there first. Okay, I'm going to insert it now. 10 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Says ride will start after 10 seconds. Oh, I just got mugged. Nothing's happening. I just inserted £1. So I just tried to insert £1 on the rocking horse and it didn't work. So I got ripped off by the world's largest rocking horse. Falling, 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 falling,
just gone behind the trees, so we'll see it as it comes through from here.
So how was one of the oldest coasters here, Revolution?
It was intense. There is no other word for it. You have to climb upstairs manually to get to the top. You get on the ride, it goes, shoots forward and loops round, and then it does the same thing in reverse.
Like the one behind, this one over there. This is the one we just came out with. Due to the design of the ride, you'll have to climb up the stairs because the platform is divided into two types, into two parts.
They should still install lifts.
They should install lifts. Good luck with that.
My little 2 cents there. But yeah, it's a really good ride. It is quite intense. You do, even though there's shoulder strap.
Airtime is very intense.
There is airtime. You literally lift out of your seat.
So you'll make sure your seat belt has to be really tightened.
Feels quite
otherwise you'll die.
You get the whole butterfly feeling. So
here we go.
Intense.
Yeah. It's been operating since
1979.
1979, that's right. And it was the Europe's first fully looping coaster when it first came out. And it was the only Parks looping coaster until Inversion, the Vekoma coaster. Infusion, my bad, took over. In terms of the seating harness, what did you think of it?
The harnesses were fine, the shoulder harness, it's fine, it's comfortable, didn't have any issues.
I didn't feel that comfortable in my opinion. The back headrest was comfortable, but the harness itself wasn't too comfortable for me.
For me it
was alright though. But in terms of the ride experience, it is the ride of your life, like they say. 8 out of 10.
Yep, 8 out of 10.
This is the Icon. It's a launch coaster that goes really fast.
And off it goes.
Somebody dropped something. Where is that? Somebody dropped something. And that is why I don't like wearing masks, or you should not get loose articles, because you drop them if they're not tightened. But it's essential. Hey ho. Zed had her lunch and she's about to go to the terrifying ice blast. You've been to ice blast before, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
It's really nice.
What kind of ride? I described this ride was compared to other drop towers.
Reverse drop tower.
What do you mean by reverse drop tower?
As in you shoot up rather than down.
Like a rocket launcher.
Down as well, but yeah, it goes up really
like
fast.
A rocket launcher. A lot of people might prefer a reverse kind of rocket launcher rather than a drop tower. As you can see, it's kind of long, but 20-30 minutes average wait time. Alright, then see you later. Yeah. Make sure you got your QR. Let's spy on your QR. Should I spy on your QR? That's the QR. Due to social distancing, they're not taking wristband. It's replaced with QR scan. The ice blast is one of the most noticeable rides in Pleasure Beach besides the big one, isn't it? The ice blast has a lot of different perspectives that you can go around and take photos. And one of the areas, just found this one. It's interesting. I'm just gonna, you can pause the video anytime you want. There is Zed, she's going to the drop tower all by herself, so I can get a recording of her. This ice blast used to be known as the Tango Ride, and it had different names. It used to be sponsored by Tango, the famous drink Tango, and is manufactured by S&S Worldwide. It goes all the way up to 200 feet, and the speed is around 80 miles per hour. And it was the first type of drop tower to be installed in the UK. There she is, getting all strapped. Here she goes. Anytime you can go up. So Zed, how did it feel to go up 200 feet? 200 feet, 80 miles per hour. How was that?
So much fun.
Yep, talk about it.
It was, it's just the rush of the launch upwards, it's awesome. And then you get the butterflies as it bounces up and down.
Yeah.
It comes back down, so much fun.
It's definitely also one of my favorites. And yeah, 200 feet, 80 miles per hour, space shot, can't go wrong. What's your rating? How would you rate it?
I would give that a good 9 out of 10. It's so good, yeah.
Yeah, how's the seating? What about the seating?
Seating is comfortable, it's easy to get on and off. Only thing is I struggled to unzip the belt at the end.
Yeah, I saw that, I recorded that.
Stuck.
Yeah. Did you hear the countdown and the introduction? On the that you can hear. That's not very loud. And also there is a speaker. Some of the rides are actually built-in speaker. There's a boom sound. You notice that as well? Yeah.
And what about the airtime? How did that feel? Not sure about the G-force.
There wasn't that much airtime in that sense.
Yeah.
You stay in your seat, but you just feel the butterflies.
Yeah. Here we go. Woo! Ice blast, ladies and gents.